Everyone, welcome back to my channel for day or story 21 through 23. I have some quick and easy layouts today for you. Story 21 is up first. It is a outside the page protector 6 by 8 page, so it is 7 by 8 1/4 tall. It's going to back on to my son's Santa letter on that Dear Santa paper. So you'll see there I added a score line to that tag, which is from the Stories by the Month kit from a Story by the Month kit from last year, 2024. I'm just adding some journaling to the back. And then that score line is so that I can fold it up so you'll be able to see the journaling. And then I'm adding a brad, a star brad, to the back, or not to the back, to the side there. And I will be able to swivel it up and see the journaling. So I've just punched a hole through my photo in the spot where I wanted it, and then added that brad. And then now I'm going to add this felt heart. It's also from Ali Edwards from a previous December daily kit. And I also have a metal tag there that is a Tim Holtz tag. I'm taking my needle threader and I'm just poking that through that heart, putting the embroidery thread, or this one's more like twine, through the needle threader and then pulling it through the heart. It just makes it so I didn't need to use a needle and makes it much easier to try and poke that through that felt. And then adding the little metal tag on there, and then I will tie a bow with the twine. I love when there's different textures and things on a little cluster like this. It just adds so much interest, and it's just I just like little interactive little bits, and I love when it's all different shapes and different textures. So I'm just adding a glue dot to the bottom of that heart that will go down so that the tag can just tuck in underneath of it a little bit, and it will hold the tag in place and hold it down. And that's it, other than putting my little number on here in green puffy numbers. And then I will adhere it to the back of that Dear Santa page now that my son has filled it out for me. And I will punch the holes, and that will be it for this page. And we'll move on to story 22. All right, so for story 22, it's my kids, my adult daughter, and my now 17-year-old son doing a gingerbread house. The front side is really pretty, the back side not so much. It's fine. Did document the back too, but not in my December daily album. So all I'm doing to this one is adding some word strips, kind of in a tree shape here. They get larger or longer as they go down. And then I'm simply adding a puffy sticker number to the top. And that's it for that page. I didn't do any journaling or anything. And then story 23 is a vet visit for my dog on the 23rd of December. So this one, I'm adding one of these felt circles from a few years ago, and I'm adding one of the transparencies from this year's kit to the front of it. Still not sure if I love this, but it's done and I'm keeping it the way it is. I did add a star brad to the top there that you saw, and I adhered it with a staple at first, thinking that was all I was going to do, but it wasn't quite secure enough, and I thought it would probably rip off eventually. So I decided to put some of that pink twine through it as well. I wish I hadn't done the staple originally, but it's fine. I left it in anyway. So I'm just going to add a couple of X's, one to the left top corner and then one a little further down on the right-hand side. I'm sorry that most of this is actually off camera. It wasn't something I had planned to do, and then I was fiddling with it and didn't realize I was off camera. But all I'm doing here is threading my needle, which turned out to be a bit more tedious than I was hoping for. And then you'll see me a couple of times here where I have my hand inside the pocket. So I'm going inside, I put a knot in the thread and I'm going inside. I poked holes first through the transparency for where I wanted to put the X, the stitches, so that I wasn't trying to poke through everything with the needle. So, and then added those X's. So I'm going from the back to the front and then the front to the back a couple of times just to make that X. And then this will come back into frame here in a sec. And then you'll be able to see what I mean. So there's those stitches, one on the top and one on the bottom. And that now it is secure with those two. And then I'm just going to write out my journaling. First, I'm going to add lines, and you'll see me erasing it here. I'm glad I ended up putting the lines on because when I was putting lines at first, I actually had them really crooked. Just the way the words are on there, it kind of messed it up. So I'm glad I put the lines, otherwise, my journaling would have been completely off center. And then just talking about the day and what changes we made to his meds and things. He has epilepsy and has seizures, but he's had too many seizures this year, so we're upping his meds a bit in hopes that he can have fewer this year and live a little longer for us. He's not very old, but the seizures are definitely going to shorten his life, but it's all good. I'm adding some red line tape to the back of the felt. I find it's hard to adhere felt sometimes. So I did the red line tape and then I added a little bit of the Barely Arts glue on the back as well. And so far it's staying really well. So hopefully that'll continue. So I'm just gonna hold it down there for a few seconds in hopes that it'll adhere and stay. I did end up putting something heavy on this one to hold it down for a little bit while it dried, just to make sure it would adhere nicely. And then I'm just going to add gold puffy numbers to the front of the transparency circle here. And that will finish story number 23. As of this voiceover, yeah, I am done my album. It's completed. I have at least one more video coming, maybe two. I haven't decided if I'm gonna split it up or do it all as one video. And I will also do a flip through of everything at the end. And yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.